child is just, some children are so spoiled, they have so much choices, that also create less interest in. So much choice, well, I'm going to play with this. This also causes a very less concentration, which is a main symptom of ADHD. But sometimes it's not ADHD. Sometimes it's just you giving so much option to a child that child have a little interest span. This can be other thing, okay? Now you understand? What is, okay, everybody tell me one point. What is the main thing to build a relationship? What you should be watching when you're building a relationship? Sorry?
Observation about children.
How? What sort of observation would you do?
What the children need, what their interest.
And how to make them happy. Forget interest. Forget need. One thing you need to understand in order to build a, even with families also, understand what they're missing. Are they always happy? Are they always crying? If they're crying, that means they're missing the comfort. If they're always happy, that means, yeah, they are happy, they're very bubbly. How can you make it more challenging and then also introduce them to emotions? That's a good thing. If a child is always get angry over sharing, that means a child very low self-esteem. Sharing can be related to very low self-esteem. Okay, not just that, spoiled as well. So you need to understand what are they missing, right? That's the main thing. What they're missing, give them. In order to complete a puzzle, you put the missing piece, right? Same with children, family as well. Sometimes you see families are in rush, everything, rather than judging them. How about sometimes talk to them and tell them, hey, let me know if you need any help. I know you're busy. This is a lot. This gives them indication that you value them. Okay? Forget about all the theory. Think about what would you feel. How can you feel happy? Right, today I was coming through a traffic, and you know how there's like two cars marching and it become one road, and there was a tradie angry man. Okay, I just put my car in the window, and I'm like, go. And then after that he said sorry, and I'm like, oh my god, that's sweet. You know? Sometimes
Well, angry. Sorry.
oh my god, I don't know how to explain that. It made me feel so happy that that's so good that I was patient. I let him go. Maybe he had to be somewhere. Maybe he just had to go, right? And he's angry. You don't deal with anger with anger. If somebody angry, just agree on them and say, well, go, that's okay. Sorry, my fault, I even exist on the road. Sorry, okay? Sometimes taking a step back and agree on something which is disagree, which you might not like. However, in order to create a good relationship, sometimes it have to be 50-50 relation, where you with children, you agree on some of the things and then you disagree. Okay? The main purpose of 50-50 relationship is, if you agree on something, spoiled. Disagree on something, everything, child will not get what they want. If it's 50-50, yes, you are agree. You also disagree. That means giving them the concept that no, you're not going to get everything. Understand how you have to keep it 50-50. Okay? Let's get back. Any question regarding it at all? So understand, it's not just a simple saying, build a relationship. It's actually a new, everything happen. There is a neuro connection with that. Our mind, our body, everything we do, it have a connection with it. Okay, now I'm not a biology teacher or anything. I cannot teach you more bio, but however it does have impact. Don't just think it's just, well, somebody reacting that way because that's how they are. There's always things behind it. There's always reason for somebody to acting that way. Have you ever heard a phrase where they said a villain don't born overnight? It created by a society, right? It does. Same, because when a person don't get what they want, sometimes in home, just think you're doing everything, you're just perfect, cleaning, cooking, and one time you sit on your phone and everybody like, you full time on TikTok, and then you're like, what? Nobody's when I do good thing, then you will be thinking, well, I'm not going to do any more good thing. You know, things happen. Same with children also. When you don't acknowledge their positive behavior, they will tend to do more negative behavior because they think, well, I'm not getting the love. When a child have a behavior, sometimes they're missing a love or kindness or comfort or talk. When you don't give them, they do it more because they think like, well, maybe I'll get it now. So giving a missing information or missing things before it gets worse help a lot. It's like be proactive means do the things before it gets worse. Now it is hard. You've never been to childcare, but trust me, when you go in childcare, do this experiment. Do something special with few kids for month and then notice what does it do to you. Children remember. Children remember things. Now most of the educator in childcare, I think 60%, don't even put the efforts. They're just there for a reason, for money, I don't know, whatever. Okay, there's no effort. So I thought I'll share this question with you because the student in that class asked me. Well, okay, and this is your last unit, so that's why I thought I should give you a little bit more information. And I also want you to come up with the questions which you think, for example, communicating. You think, okay, everybody said talk, but how? How? But you know what I mean? For example, you go to, even not for you, myself also. When I go for a new job, I feel like everybody like, be confident, that's okay. But in reality, you can't do it. You can't be confident all the time. You can't be put together. So there is also a science behind it, which work 100%, right? There is a factual, logical, science fact, and there is also a belief which people make. I want you to believe a factual science way, which will work 100%. Okay, so everything happened. There is a neuroscience behind it. There's a biochemical reaction going in our body which cause all these things, right? Okay, let's get back to it. Any questions regarding it at all?
Pari, you will not be in trouble if the child will gonna love you, because sometimes the parents will get upset that, oh, why my kid is attached to that educator.
Because the kids spend more time in childcare than at home. So if the parents don't have a good connection, now always remember, parents are the primary carer and you are secondary. If children giving more attention to secondary care, that means they were missing that at first place. Okay? Many times it happens when family too busy. I'm not saying family doing on purpose. Sometimes they're so busy. Child is 5 days in a daycare. Come early morning 6:30, go home 5:30, go home, shower, eat, sleep.
Yeah.
Then where is the time? It's just weekends. We can also families busy doing their own things, you know. So where is the love? Where is the time? On the other hand, daycare as an educator, you are there for children. There's no more important things than just playing and interacting with children. Then this will create a very beautiful relation, and I think parents should understand that as well. If parents are getting upset, you explain them, look, in a childcare, we are here to provide safe and secure environment, and our main priority is to create such positive relationship. And be so proud, and you should also be proud that your child is connecting with us positively. This actually reflects a good quality service in a childcare. If you see that children are very connected to educators, this actually showcases a very high quality care. I don't think parents should be upset. If they're upset, explain them, look, do you want us to not give more attention to your child? Do you don't want us to acknowledge their feeling and be available for them? Then they said no. Then tell them, look, these are the things we're doing. Okay? And they should understand. Yeah. Okay. Now there's a two scenario, and then also you're going to create a poster. Now poster doesn't have to finish today, tomorrow also. Today I want you to do some artwork, and and then dry it up. Tomorrow when you create a poster, you will write down your name. Leave children maybe your poster, your name, your culture, what is special about you, what you love, and also showing what is your artwork, how do you feel when you're doing artwork, what is your favorite activity, okay? So the poster can continue until tomorrow, but this morning you can do 2 scenarios. This lunch is 11, right? So 1 hour do this 2 scenario. Now you're not just doing this scenario, you will present it in front of me. I will ask you questions regarding what I teach you this morning about neuroscience. So when you're doing a scenario, think about what does it do. Think about it's happening to you, okay? Because I will ask you a random question. And in a group, doesn't matter your group, I want everyone to redo the scenario. You all will be presenting, okay, and speaking. So 3-year-old Mia is crying and she's very sad that mom's going to, drop of time. She have a separation anxiety. How can you help? What sort of things can you do? Now don't just tell, I'll take a child and comfort. I want you to comfort and also reorganize some activity. Distraction. Also tell me, once the child is comfort, what can you do? Are you gonna text mom, dad? What sort of text or note you will send to mom? Okay? So first, how would you comfort? Second, how would you distract? And third, what sort of information you're going to share with family? Okay? You will actually write a note and read it out. Okay? Let me write it down. Very professional. How to first comfort, distract, and write down a note to family. Very professional note. Whenever you're doing a note to family, you just don't send a simple note, hey Mia's all fine. You actually send them proof, factual information. Hey, here's a picture, Mia is playing with this. She is quite happy and content. However, we keep close eye and let you know if anything. This is how you do. You just don't send a simple note. You actually show them proof also. It's not just talking. You always send a picture. Understand? Okay, 1 is done. Second, fighting. 2 children, Jack and Amir, both want to play the same truck. Jack grabbed the truck from Amir and she started crying. Now, first of all, what sort of conversation would you have with children? This one is the first. First, write down conversation. And then, second, write down for both of the child, Jack and Amir, tell me what are they lacking? Why are they behaving this way? Okay? What is the area of development in individual? Why do you think? Explain that. If you're gonna leave it to your memory, explain me when you're doing. So first, write down what sort of conversation would you have with both. Have to be fair and make sure it is equality. Second, you will write it down. Why are they behaving this way? They're not sharing, fighting. What is the reason behind it? Both of that for Jack and for me. And then third, you will write it down. How you can encourage them to collaborate. When you will encourage them to collaborate, you will have a conversation where you need to make sure both children interest is there. Have to be fair. If a male don't want to share, Jack don't want to share, it's not just behalf of one person. Both interests have to match. Okay. And then third, you will tell future event to teach them. What can you do? Okay, these two. Write it down properly and then very deep conversation, okay? And there you go. Any questions? Yeah, you can do it in groups. How was your holidays? Good? I met your sister. Oh my gosh, she's so intelligent. She is. She's actually very intelligent. I did compliment her. The way she writes,